There are different kinds of wasps in nature. We are used to seeing the common one called the yellow jacket invading our food when we just want to get some lunch or dinner on the terrace of a fine restaurant. But wasps, as we saw on one of my previous videos, link in the description, can also invade trees and make use of them to their benefit. What we saw in that video was many small marble gall wasps' nests. If you didn't see it, please have a look at it to learn more about another kind of wasp. In this oak tree, however, we find something different. We see these formations which immediately stand out as small wasp nests. They just look like wasp nests. And indeed, that is what they are. Just like the marble gall wasp's nests, these nests are also created by having the oak tree react to chemicals excreted by wasp eggs and by the wasps themselves. We are looking at an oak apple gall wasp's nest. The oak apple starts with the oak tree developing these wood-like structures around the eggs as a reaction to chemicals developed by the wasps. This process begins at springtime. Wingless wasps climb from the root of the oak tree up to the tree trunk and down into the branches until they reach the leaf buds. There, they inject the leaf buds with chemicals that kickstart the development of the galls that eventually envelop the whole larvae. The larvae will feed off these galls and they will continue to excrete even more chemicals into their nests to further promote the gall growth. These wasps reproduce by parthenogenesis and they don't have wings. They emerge out of other galls that have been created in winter on the roots of the oak trees. This first generation is therefore agamic and it works curiously in opposite time frames as the marble gall wasp does. The hatching winter generation is the agamic sort and will make sure that the second generation will arise with male and female wasps at the end of summer, after the development of the galls and the transformation from larvae to an adult wasp. An oak apple does not look as sophisticated or artificial as the oak marble gall does, purely because that an oak marble gall is mostly reserved to one wasp and most of the times these galls don't fuse together as we saw in that other video. The oak apple gall, however, normally holds up to 30 larvae in them and they are a set of unorganized growth of each individual larvae that stimulate their own gall growth. This is what gives the apples their irregular shape and it is also part of the reason why in Dutch they are called, roughly translated to English, potato oak galls, aardappelgalls. The galls in this case work as a shelter but also as a food provider. The larvae gets free food and free accommodation throughout the period between spring and summer until it fully develops into a male or a female. In German, these wasps are called Schwarmgallwespe and in Portuguese they are called Vespa de Maçã de Carvalho. After usage, these nests look similar to another kind of galls called the gouty gall. These exist in two kinds and they are the normal gouty gall and the stem gouty gall. The gouty gall is produced by wasps of the same family, the Cynipidae, but from a different species. The gout gall is produced by the Caleretes quercus sutoni or the Caleretes quercus punctata wasp. But the ones we are looking at in this video are produced by the Biorhiza pallida wasp. This wasp is widespread in Europe, whereas the first one is common in North America. Most oak galls and their different varieties have been used to treat leather and make ink, and the apple gall is not an exception to this. And this is purely because of their high content in tannins. What is remarkable about the apple gall is that once it's vacated, the insides of the gall contain a cotton-like structure. I couldn't find any information about possible reuse of these galls by other insects or even the apple gall wasp. They don't feel or look as firm as the marble galls, but they are probably not easily reusable by other insects. If you have noticed, the galls that remain on this tree do seem to provide a temporary home for spiders. It's not easy to see, but if we look closely, we do find spider webs on them. Apple gall wasps don't normally cause damage to the tree, but because they do block leaf growth, they can block small trees altogether from developing. Their favorite oak is, just like the marble gall wasps, the penduculate oak. This concludes my intro into the oak apple gall wasp. Don't forget to read the description for more information about these wasps. I have placed all of the resources I've used to make this video in the description and they are all available online. If you enjoyed this video, please like, don't forget to subscribe, leave your comment in the comment section and I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one, keep it graceful and stay sharp.